History is literally present in all we do. James Baldwin. I think our problem as Americans is that we actually hate history, so we can't really connect the dots. What we love is nostalgia. Poet Reggie Gibson. James Baldwin never had a problem with history. His biggest problem was America. It still is. A native son of Harlem, a writer and activist of New York City, Istanbul, and Paris, playwright, novelist, essayist, debater, intellectual force and social force bar none, and bon vivant bar none, he became an artist and witness of the world, now an eternal sage soul of his time for all time. Here in New York City in June of 2021, as we find ourselves at two crucial crossroads, Baldwin speaks to us louder and more powerfully than ever. One crossroads has us between, hoping that the pandemic is almost behind us, heaven help us, and not quite sure what is ahead of us, heaven help us even more. May we choose science, not divisive propaganda. The second crossroads concerns the road we will take after Juneteenth becomes a holiday this year here in New York City. May we choose history, not nostalgia. At this juncture, it's easy to say, time will tell. But what will time tell? Just because Juneteenth will become a holiday, that does not mean we take the day off. On this holiday, we take off. We rise and resist to shine our light and raise our voices in support of Black Lives Matter, Stop Asian Hate, LGBTQ justice, climate justice, immigrant justice, indigenous justice, ageism justice, world justice, voting rights. Yes, Juneteenth becomes a holiday in New York City 156 years after Emancipation Day. 56 years after Baldwin wrote The Fire Next Time on the centennial of Emancipation Day. 41 years after Texas became the first state to make Juneteenth a holiday in 1980. In 1965, it may have been 100 years too late. In 1980, it may have been 115 years too late. In 2021, as America is going through a social, racial reckoning like no other, I can't say it's on time, but I can say it is about time. It's always about time. Baldwin once said, "You always told me it takes time. It's taken my father's time, my mother's time, my uncle's time, my brother's and my sister's time. How much time do you want for your progress?" Progress, like speaking truth to history, not nostalgia, takes more than time. It takes all of us. It takes all of us to engage in dialogue, not diatribe. To create community without creating enemies. Yes, to love in the face of all this hate. Baldwin's unpublished notes and letters that eventually became the phenomenal film I Am Not Your Negro were originally intended for a book to be titled Remember This House. This Juneteenth and every day, we must remember this house we all live in, this experiment called America. It will take all of us to work to realize this experiment with history, not nostalgia.